What's up, everybody? It's John Sports Odds Collectibles coming at you with a brand new video. How is everyone doing out there today in the YouTube universe? It is time to open up some more comic book packs, bags. These are from Ollie's. I've got 3 of them here. They've been sitting for months, since the summer. And I had a few viewers asking me if I was going to do another video on this product, and here we are. So do not buy these on eBay. You can buy these at Ollie's. They're $5. On eBay, people tend to really jack the prices up on these bags. It's a collector 5-pack. It came out by a company called Supreme Entertainment, or Supreme Marketing, I'm sorry, out of Fall River, Massachusetts. We've actually opened up some of their trading card products here on the channel. I don't know what year these came out, but they must have not sold well, because Ollie's always seems to have these. Now, I haven't been since the summer, so maybe they don't carry these anymore, but people were really chasing these down, because sometimes there'll be a decent book inside. I've opened up a couple offline here, off camera, with my sons, just to kind of see what was in them. And I think we maybe pulled out like a Hercules #1 out of one of these. But in general, most of the stuff is not really, doesn't hold a lot of value at all, and just gets boxed up and put away. So let's check them out. Let's see what's in here today. And while we do this, I'm going to talk about CGC, which is another part of the title of this video. And I have my last CGC graded order coming back next week, and I've seen the grades, and I have to say that I am just so disappointed with this company and their grading process and the transparency as well. And basically, you'll see the video next week once the stuff comes back and I show you everything, and I'm going to really take a deep dive into the grades and the values, and really a lot of thoughts on CGC and how I think that they are really skewing the marketplace to their benefit with grades. I think they're being extremely harsh on certain books, certain key books in general. I just recently had an order, came back a few weeks ago, that you saw a video on, a very small order that had 3 keys and 1 really sought after one as well. And the grades were all, 9.2, 9.4s. There might have been a 9. I don't think there's a 9.0 in there, but there was, Wolverine #1, a Spider-Man, I think 252. There were a couple other ones in there. Akira #1, which has a damaged slab, which I have to get somehow fixed by these guys. But I just am really, really disappointed in this CGC, and I'm seeing the same thing happening with the comic book grading as I did with the trading card grading scenario. Now, to grade with CGC, modern books from 1975 and up, it's a $39 fee per book to fast track them, and that means to get them through the system and the process going quicker. Right now, as of this day, to fast track a book, a modern book from 75 and up, is 45 days, so that isn't too bad. But I sent these orders in, and they sat for like 2 months, and then all of a sudden they got shifted to the next tier, and then literally within 2 days they were graded and done, and actually 2 orders were done within 1 day. I know they probably are stepping up their process, but I thought, gosh, that's really fast, and too fast in my opinion. And then when I saw the grades, I said they just rushed this. They're not even, I don't even know if they're even looking thoroughly at these books, because all the grader notes had the same thing. They had finger bends, which I was like, how could that even be possible in some of these books that were never even read, opened? They missed issues on some of the books that I knew were there, and they didn't put them in the grader's notes. But they all had the same grader notes, and then there were some that didn't have any grader notes, and those are the ones with a little bit higher grades than the other ones. And I'm just I'm done with it. I'm done with CGC. I think there's something weird going on with them. I've heard a lot of weird rumors. I don't want to get into this that deep into it in this video, because we got all this to look at here. But I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts, my beginning thoughts to what will be a video next week. All right, here we go. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, number 58 from March 1994. You can see there's some spine wear here on this book. So there's that one. Phantom Stranger, number 4. Pretty good shape. I mean, kind of. This one's from 1987. DC release, 4-issue miniseries. Spine looks to be okay. I mean, you can... Now, I want to know what these... You know, you can tell that there's some minor ticks here. The grading for CGC is just a joke. I mean, you can't get 9.8s anymore. You literally have to have 2 minor flaws happen with a book in order to get a 9.8, which means I don't think anybody will be getting 9.8s, really, when you think about it. Blue Beetle, number 29. The Book of Fate, number 3. DC, all DC titles. Another DC title it looks like here. Green Arrow and Shadow. Or Shadow. I think that's how you say that. Hunt for the Red Dragon, Part 2. Green Arrow number 64 from July 1992 is the date on that one. So we'll put these aside for now. We'll go through all these and we'll come back, and any of these hold any value, you know, they'll be bagged and boarded and I'll talk about it. Numbers. But here's the second one. But the grading with CGC, just to get back to what I was talking about, I think it's a joke. I mean, I just think it's a joke. I think it's worse than the card grading. And that's sad. I thought it was going to be the opposite. That you're dealing with a completely different animal here, so to speak, and values of these books. You know, books can be extremely high, and that there would be a little bit more, just very thoroughness going on, and I'm not seeing that at all. All right, Superman, the Man of Steel, number 29. 1994-1. I don't know what that means there. I have to look and see. Spilled Blood, Final Cut. That's a really horrible cover. Bloodthirst. Here's the back, RoboCop. Again, I guess you can see some sort of where I can feel it here on that one. Here's an older one, it looks like. West Coast Avengers, guest starring Wolverine. Okay, well, that could be an interesting one. Something's going on with a miscut down here at the bottom. You can see that in the corner. Let's just take a peek at the spine. And I'm going gloveless with these because there's some ticks. There's one with a color break tick right there. This is number 87. From 1982. We didn't really look at the ads. This is cool. Rage of the Cage, a wrestling game, WrestleMania game, then for Game Boy, as for Game Boy and NES. Oh, cool. Card ads, love it. Fleer Football. Nice stuff there. And then the subscription information is over there in the back here. You got Charleston Shoes. I used to love these as a kid. So there's that. The Wolverine. Promoting the Wolverine ad in the back. That's not too bad. What's this one? Silver Surfer, In Thy Name. Number 3 of 4. Rated A. What? 8 or 3? Doesn't really matter. Let's just keep going here. Power of the Atom, number 6. DC release. They're not in bad shape, these books. They got Supergirl number 26 from 2008, April 2008. They're not bad. The condition isn't too bad on these. Like this one here, Silver Surfer's got a little bit of, I guess you'd call it a blunted edge there, blunted corner. All right, here's the last one. So I will not be sending any more comics to get graded with CGC. I have so many. I have a massive collection and a lot of keys, and I won't be sending them in after this last order. And when you guys see it, you're going to agree with me. It's not worth it to me. So the first one here is Suicide Squad, number 50. A bit of a roll on the cover here. You can see the back. A little bit of, you know, something, got the little bit of a rough bottom right-hand corner of the cover. Something happening right there. Back. You can see some mark up here. Dent. Something happening here. I would call these like white pages, possibly. Got Upper Deck Hockey on this side. That's kind of cool. Back here had WrestleMania Challenge. Three Musketeers ad. It's kind of neat. So you got Suicide Squad number 50, which I think would actually hold some value, but not in the condition that it's in. Not to what I've been through. Legend of the Dark Knight, Watchtower. Title is my guess here. It's number 57 from February 1994. Got a World's Finest ad here on the back. You've got a Sega ad, Ground Zero, Texas. You got the Death of Batman ad. Okay, let's see what else. This one's really in bad shape in the back here, you can tell. That is James Bond Jr., which I know is zero value. Zero, number one. You're like, yeah, number one, James Bond Jr. Nope, not worth anything. Let's keep moving. Submariner 1. This is the second one I think I pulled out of these bags. And we have a few other ones we've gotten too. So, I don't know. There is a rumor going around. I'm not 100% sure about this rumor that there might be a Submariner movie. So, maybe at some point these will be worth something. But right now, I don't think very much. I don't think people have gotten this one graded too often. You got G.I. Joe ad here. You got something going on with this corner down here. I think the other copy that I have is in much better shape. Pull out of this bag. So 1 in a 12 issue limited series. The back here has Buck Rogers board game and Chips Ahoy ad, and then the subscription information. The last one here with the Mad Season ad on the back here. The band Mad Season is the New Teen Titans, number 121. Something with this spine. You can see it's just scraped. I've noticed that on a few books of my own, too. And I don't know if it was a rubbing against the, where they would sit at the LCS. Or if it was something, having to do with the way they were shipped. But I've noticed that in a few books I never even, read. Okay, you got Better Than Ezra and Belly ad. Better Than Ezra, they had a couple of hits in their time. Belly, I think they were from another group, Belly. I kind of remember them. They're pushing the music back then. It looks like Kiss of Death movie ad. Dave Caruso, Samuel L. Jackson, Nicolas Cage. But this one's kind of got somewhere. The cover seems not very strong on that one. So there you go, guys. That's the Ollie bags, the five comic book pack bags. I'll come back and let you know if any of these hold any value graded wise, even though we're not getting anything graded anymore. Actually, the whole collection was put back and put back into storage. It's just a shame. The press was packed up, put away for now. I don't even want to deal with it. It's just really, when you see these grades on the CGC order, it made me so sad and angry, and and it was $1,000 order. And we have graded, I think, over 50 comic books with CGC, and we have not gotten one 9.8. We've gotten 2 9.6s, and the rest are in the 9s and lower. There were some of these books that were in this order that were below an 8, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Somebody really, really screwed up. These books were all pressed. I went over them with a fine-tooth comb, knew what flaws were on each one, and I'm kind of talking about this, pre-video, but when you see it, I know I'm gonna blow my stack. It's gonna be one of those videos where I have to hold my tongue, hopefully, with profanity. And some people love seeing me go on a rant, and others hate it. I personally, it's not my favorite thing to do, but sometimes emotions take control, and you have to really let it out. So next week, once that order the order comes back. It's like three different parts. I think 2 are going to come back in one box, and 1's going to come back in another box, which is stupid. They just charge me twice for shipping then. It's a horrible system they have over there. I'm so disappointed with this company. They are like the PSA of comic book grading, and they are worse than PSA, in my opinion, based on everything I've dealt with myself, everything I've seen, and they stink. They stink. And there are other options out there, but again, it's worse than the comic book grading world when it comes to other options, because the value drops extensively. You can get away with it in the card world because you've got 4 top players of PSA, SGC, BGS, and now CSG, which is part of the company that CGC is with. And I really haven't had, I've had pretty decent success with the card grading with CGC, so I was really looking forward to this relationship that I was going to start up with them. Between my mind, my books, and the grading, not a personal relationship with them. But so we'll show you that next week. Let me see if there's anything here. I'll come back if there is. If not, I'll come back regardless, and we'll end the video. But let's take a look at the stack and see if there's anything of any value. Okay, I'm back, and as I thought, there is nothing in this pile of any major value at all. I think there were maybe 3 comic books that maybe were worth $30, $40 if they were graded at 9.8. Like the Suicide, this one. Actually, there was one that sold for $88, at 9.8. But none of these are high grade, in my opinion. Might be able to snake a 9.0 on a couple of them. This one, I think, had a few of them graded. This one, shockingly enough, did not, even though it's, with Wolverine. I think that somebody would have gotten them graded, but I think this is the only one other than in the rest of the stack that maybe there were a couple graded, and I think that had a value of like $33. That Suicide Squad number 50. But so really nothing of value here at all. Now, if you're a comic book collector and you love just opening up these kind of products, this is a great product for you. It's $5. It's very cheap. If you're like, and I kind of like doing that, but for me, I'm looking at value, and can I find any gems in the rough, so to speak, with this kind of thing? And no, you can't. It's maybe if you bought 100 of these, you might pull 1 or 2 books out that hold some sort of significant value. But in general, no. That's why they're $5. That's why they're at Ollie's, and that's that. Okay, I'm done with this video. Remember, we have an auction coming up this Saturday. Before we do that, I don't mean to sound like I'm like a downer with all this stuff. I love comic books. Like I said, I've got a very big collection. I just am done with the grading portion of it, and we'll have probably a few more comic book videos and then give it a rest for a while. And maybe things will change with CGC, and if I start to see some consistency, some fairness going on, some transparency, but I'm not sending them any more books. I'm not giving them any more of our money, my family's money, to this company. We spent a lot of money with them on a bunch of orders so far, and the results have not been good at all, and which hurts the value of these books. And as you know, this is a business for me, so like, when they screw me on a grade badly, it hurts financially in a massive way, because I'm looking, these are things out of my collection, so my overhead on those are extreme. There's nothing really. I mean, you can't really. It's like I'm taking something that was purchased years ago that just sat, and it's not like I'm buying it and buying something new and trying to flip it and make a profit off it. The profit margin can be huge for me. And then we've also opened up those Marvel multi-mags, and sent some of those are in the order, and those books were never even like touched by human hands, and I had a couple flaws on them, and the grades are, I'm just so sickened by the whole thing. Okay, I'm done talking about it. We're done with this video. Remember, we have a live auction this Saturday, which is going to be a great baseball card auction. So we've had a preview video out for it yesterday. Go check it out. We've got some great pieces this weekend. Our auctions are really, every week they're getting better and better and better. And just the the pieces that we have in each auction are getting better, and the vintage side, it's just really, I'm just very, that I'm excited about. This other stuff, no. All right, so I'm done with this for today. But remember, we have an auction this Saturday, March 26th, 10:30 p.m. Go check out the preview video if you're into baseball cards. If you're a comic book person, you never have seen our card videos. They're cool. And that's all I got for you guys. Remember, like, subscribe, comment down below, share this video with your friends, family, loved ones. Our eBay sale link is down below in the description. And that is all I have for you guys. Till next time, folks, this is John on Sports Cards and Collectibles signing off. And hey.